Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's Wednesday, step 3 day. How you guys doing? It's today is I believe Sagittarius Day, and so I'm feeling very different from yesterday. Yesterday was I feel Cancer Day. It's to do with moon and feelings, and I'm finding myself being like very sensitive. And so what I did was finally, without judgment. Hi, Katrina. Without judgment, just learn to sit with that emotion. When that tear comes out, let that tears come out. If I want to listen to music, I listen to music, right? And it really took my time. Hi, Nine, yes, 90, yes, that's I don't know. I pronounce it well. How you guys feeling today? How's your mood? How's your mood? Yeah, Vancouver. I hope you can. I'm pretty sure you can hear me, but you can also hear a bit of a noise in the background. It's cloudy in Vancouver. Looks like this. Yeah, but it's all good. All emotions are valid. All weathers are valid too. I'm learning to, not let that weather affect me, because it's all weathers are important too, right? Like rain, we need rain. Maybe we sometimes need storm to clear the air. Everything means something, but the weather sometimes, ask us to readjust our route or our schedule. But overall, we have a power to be in control, in charge of how we feel about our life, how we feel about things. So let's remind ourselves how powerful we are. I'm a Sagittarius. Hi, Craig. Cloudy rain for third day. Oh, I see. Yeah, Sagittarius. I didn't know much about Sagittarius until, recent years. And one of my exes was Sagittarius. And when I used to date him, I really felt that adventurous side. Like he loves to go out. He's a planner. He will just, I'm always the type of person, let somebody plan something for me and I was just gonna follow. Here comes my trait that I'm breaking through. But yes, we need Sagittarius in the world because we need someone to do, just okay. I'm the one who gonna do this. Normally that either Sagittarius or an Aries, right? Aquarius are not necessarily that initiator, but something weird and unique about Sagittarius. So that's why it's innovation. That energy will be tomorrow. In order for us to expand, we need to do something different and to be uniquely yours. And law of attraction, and those are that energy that we are heading towards, age of Aquarius. But today is a Sagittarius day, so I believe, yeah, it's cloudy in Los Angeles too. Did you get to join the Human Garage LA event? That would have been awesome. I really wanted to go, but things didn't align with me. So next time, I would love to feel that excitement because it looks amazing. I feel like LA it is one of the places where it's a special place. Considering it's next to Hollywood, and it's just like a mixture of everything, right? And but there's always like excitement of you know drive and motivation of people trying to make stuff happen. I think there's a super energy like that. Like I feel it when I go to Tokyo. It's just like everyone is just so integrated, intertwined, and but it's. I mean, in terms of Tokyo, there's the harmony, it's an Asian culture unity. But when I go to my hometown, everyone's live like this. It's like either it's really in your face or like No, I'm curious. How was the event? Yeah, I'm Sagittarius. Oh, 19 years. You are Sagittarius, reigning in Florida. Oh, you're in Florida. I think Human Garage is going back to Florida too, right? I didn't know. I didn't. It didn't work for me, but I go to Jules' class on Thursday in Santa Monica. Oh, that's amazing. That's classes outside, right? Yeah. What happens when it rains? Do you guys have different space? That's awesome. Okay, that's a very exciting. Okay, so let's start reading the energy of the day and explore and learn a little more. So today is I receive step 3. Choosing, we choose over facts. There are juicy opportunities available for you in life if you choose to believe it's possible and you believe you can restore balance in your own inner and out life. Many beliefs may be changing today since I believe Jupiter. So I believe ruled by Sagittarius, but the planet that is rules is Jupiter. So I believe Jupiter is ruling the day. Remember, the belief is what your heart feels is true. So how hi morning. So how we can make that belief work is 1 plus 2. So I'm talking about step system and safe joy. If you don't understand it, it's okay. I didn't click. It didn't click me for like first 2 years. So 1 represent I love, and 2 represent I feel. In order for us to believe something, you need to love and you need to feel. That becomes I believe. I believe. So heart. Heart is the boss. We are all learning to come back to heart, right? And but also in order for us to, heart is like a conductor of an orchestra, and we have an instrument, voice from our heart, and sorry, voice from our mind, voice from our feelings, voice from our intuition, all kinds of voices. And for me, ego and minds are like the same thing, try to protect, tend to overthink, runs on fear, stuff like that. But today is about belief. And what do you believe is the most important thing? You may find yourself in a faith versus reality moment where you look at reality and question if the task or obstacle can be put to rest. The answer is yes, but you must maintain faith in the universe to help you in order to get it done. So Virgo energy, we just went through Virgo. It was about embodiment, but also it's about reality on earth. Embodiment, the rooted in the ground. In order for us to manifest here, anything on earth is to ground ourselves like that soil, the earth element, right? And the opposite sign of Virgo is the Pisces. And in order for us to really manifest on earth this Virgo energy, we need to have, good morning, Ra. We need to have that perfect balance between the reality and the faith. And I'm that type of person. I actually really believe in something, so it's like I have faith, right? And so I probably practiced many times by now that okay, I see this in reality now, but doesn't mean that that is true because this is all illusional, right? Reality doesn't exist, but that consciousness and the intention exists. Good morning, Sri Ikwe. Good morning, Ra. So the balance between the reality and the faith, but that you're just living based on the facts, and that's a mind part. Mind can only see what has happened in the past. So if you just go with the fact, and if you don't believe in the possibilities and the faith, and your life is sad, your life is boring, And I'm always the one that likes to believe in possibilities, and maybe because my rising sign is 21 Leo, I believe in stuff, and I know I'm a powerful manifester. I have my flaws and I'm learning to be better at manifesting things. But it's all about the balance between that reality and faith. And faith is what drives us. Faith, faith is what moves us forward, right? So life without faith is very much like it's grabbing and believing something that it has already happened, but just because it happened, it will happen. There's no guarantee that it will happen again. If you don't like this reality that happened, then you gotta come up with the different solutions, strategies, so you can bring this faith and manifest it in this reality, right? So that's why it says you may find yourself in a faith versus reality moment where you look at reality and question if the task or obstacle can be put to rest. So when you look at the reality, okay, I don't like this, but I don't really have control over it. I'm just going to surrender and I'm just going to hold on to my faith. The answer is yes, but you must maintain faith in the universe to help you in order to get it done. So that's when faith comes. When you see something that we don't like, and there are so many things that are happening that we don't like. And I used to think that, I think this is like a little paradigm shift that happened inside of me recently. You know, there's a lot of things happening in the world right now, like globally, but also locally. I think it's when you live in a city like, LA or Florida or USA, Vancouver especially, the amount of homeless people is crazy right now. I feel bad for them. And then, like, it doesn't have to be homeless, but people who are on the street in general, a little bit more aggressive. Like, I see and hear things in the news, and that, like, the, random attack, random killing. I don't think they have any reason to do that, Um, there are no facts or excuses of doing those things. But at the same time, people do carry a lot of anger, frustration, and, like a kind of traumatized since COVID and whatever happens after that as a consequences, inflation and housing prices and all of that. So people do carry a lot of anger and frustration, resentment and fear, and people are looking for ways to release that. So some people use it to, let that anger towards one specific person or organization or, anything, right? But at the end of it, it's like, okay, we all have that emotions. Like we've been triggered so that we can let go of all this dense energy. And that's why things are coming up. Like 2024 is the year that, like, we just have to let go. We all are the mixture of light and darkness. And darkness is just the absence of light. But most of your frequency live in the darkness. And that's when you just have to make a choice, right? Are you going to go down the drain with the old earth? Or you let go of what is not yours anymore and learn to surrender, right? And going back to this homeless, what I wanted to say was, I was seeing like all those things and people are doing things. It's like, okay, I don't like it, but I don't have control over it. So I'm just going to surrender. It is what it is, and it's just such an honorable things for some people to, help those people. And it's beautiful. At the same time, like, we all have a mixed feeling of what's happening in the world. And what I thought was, okay, it's fully okay for me to have opinion about this, If I don't like what I'm seeing and I don't like it and I don't have to accept it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, maybe like sometimes it's about the balance, right? It's all about what's inside of our head. It's like, okay, I accept surrender, but I can't just accept the reality for accept, first of all, to change something, we gotta accept reality for what they are, right? It's like accept it, acknowledge it. But if you stop right there, the things that we see do not change. In order for us to change the reality we see is to shift the reality. Then how can we shift the reality? It's the only way for us to do that is behind this reality, there's that programming, there's a belief system that we have. So in order for us to change the reality that we see is to bring the different belief system, the possibility. So if I don't like something, let's say the homeless people, I accept the reality for what it is, but I don't accept it as like a permanent thing. Like I don't want to live in the city where lots of chaos and violence happening. Like okay, it seems really out of control, but that's really not what I want to see. So I'm gonna start putting the faith in it. So focus on the intention, focus on how I want, so that its reality changes. And because I know that it's in the end it's all up to me. So there's a lot of power in holding on to the faith that you can't even see. This is a paradox, right? What you can see with your eyes seems real, but they were not real. What you cannot see is the truth, but we tend to just like, okay, how can I believe if I can't see? That's why we say trust the unknown, you have your faith, and then that's here comes there's a lot of triggering words because we've been destroyed somehow, um, and but we all been there, right? And know that in this life, maybe in the past life or in your childhood, you had to repeat and have that recurring pattern of your face got smashed or something happened because you didn't set the intention right, making mistakes and all of that. But here you are, you're still living, and those things will not happen because, well, first of all, everyone is shifting and raising their own frequency. Earth is changing because of that. Also, Earth is changing. That's why we are forced to be like vice versa, forced to be changed. But I think we're just shifting and changing. So really trust that fact that those bad things that happened in the past because of the faith that you had, yeah, we're gonna be okay. I am slowly coming to a point because it was the faith part was so hard for me, and because there's some part of me that I did not trust God, that did not trust the universe, and I learned why as I study astrochart. At the end of it, it's not about okay, did this really happen or am I just imagining it? But if I could find inner peace from hearing or for understanding, I like to think that that was my truth. So in this during life, I share this a couple times, but in my past life, many past life, I got murdered, and I got murdered quite a bit, and I recently the fact hit me hard. The fact that I was actually resuscitated when I was born for my C-section. And I got to ask this question to my mom again. My umbilical cords was wrapped around my neck, like double. And I think like my mom thinks that this happened because when she was pregnant, I was moving around, maybe dancing, and so in the head needs to be down, but it sometimes go up, and then sounds like she experienced. I don't know how to say it in English when the baby's head goes like this, right? But baby's head should be under. So sounds like I flipped, like experienced that having head on top twice in her pregnancy. So or maybe not, that was not the reason, but anyways, when I was a firstborn child, so my mom had a faith, and she just like, I can do this all by myself. I'm gonna have this, you know, amazing birthing experience, and everything's gonna be perfect. But in reality, she had a lot of restriction around the hip, so it didn't come out naturally. And but she really tried, like, I can do this, you know. And then but the doctor told her, if you keep forcing, because you've done enough. You're gonna ended up dying, and you're gonna kill your child. And that's when she had to make a decision. Okay, I'm just gonna do C-section. So it was a hard decision for me, but as soon as she signed and she was, she got injected, and then she was like, okay, I'm just gonna surrender. And then I was born. But I think when I came out, the cord was wrapped around my neck. So what happened was, I heard that I wasn't crying when I came out. So the doctor had to kind of like stimulate my body. It's like boom, boom, and then soon enough, I started to cry. So that's what happens. But it definitely it shows in the record, my birth note. It literally says, it sounds crazy, but it resuscitated, resuscitated. It's a very mouthful. um, and so just going through that, connecting the dots of what I heard here and there, I think in this lifetime, I just came here to show myself that how resilient I am. And I like to now call myself Phoenix. I rose from the ashes. Like, it's like I was put down many times. I was destroyed and killed, murdered. And, my birth experience was hard. And I had to go through some repetitive pattern of my karma in my childhood. But it's like, here I am, still standing, And like, this is what I came here for. So I am forgiving the past, because like here we are, like, we're ending this not reversing, we are resetting this 26,000 earth cycle. So we gotta just believe that it's like, whatever we've been through, are just did not even exist. We can reset this. This is so great, Ikue. It resonates on so many levels. Oh, I'm so glad. So, let's just like, I think it's like healing happens in layers, and there are part of us that have like bitter about some things, bitter about people, bitter about organization. People did me, people did something to me or that, but it's all happened in a way that needed to happen. And in every moment, everybody did their best. And somehow, sometime I play victim, somehow I play a villain, yeah. I play the evil, and it's all happened. So let's just forgive ourselves, and know that it's moving forward. We know better, we do things better, and we're just gonna move forward. And every single day, we're creating the life and moving towards the life we want to live. So, hi, Mary. I haven't seen you for a long time. I'll hope to see you in class very soon. So now today is self-learning day. Today's step 3, I believe, is the ruling state of awareness. This is your collective belief structure and your connection to the collective consciousness. Fortunately, connecting to everything you know has an expansive, liberating feeling. There is a natural sense of optimism and hope on step 3 days. I definitely feel that energy. It's a huge difference compared to yesterday. Yesterday, honestly, it was a very emotional, sensitive day. Cancer, something that I'm learning. It's a new feeling for me to really sit with that emotions and let that tears run my face, and let just calm myself. I'm still breathing, but it's like, like sit with my uncomfortable feeling, but they're all important for me. So, but compared to yesterday, today is another day, right? Yeah, I know, Mary, and yesterday was for me as well. Yeah. So when you started to follow astrology, the step system, like every day is a huge learning day, and if you follow the energy of the day, I was like, if you're against astrology, I totally get that, because I was the one who was like, oh, why do I need to follow that? Like, I am a free spirit. I'm gonna make something happen, and I have all the power. I don't need to be controlled by this or that or that. But I think it's about using the power, using the energy that is already available. If you know the energy that exists, you can utilize it as your advantage. So this is here I am. I'm not being controlled by the planet. I am using the planet and rise above it, right? So you can make use of that energy every single day. So definitely you will feel more open, curious, and positive than usual. I'm feeling that already. I woke up like that. There's a sense that there's something greater just behind the veil. Today you will experience that feeling in regards to your relationship to yourself, whereas yesterday may have been sensitive and overly emotional. Oh my goodness. You should have seen me. I mean, yesterday's live, I was crying too, but also I was crying off camera. And I just like, wow, this is like, wow, I'm so emotional. Um, it's okay. And today, the clouds will part and the rainbow will appear over any questionable territory. You will feel an openness to explore and learn from the last couple days. God Universe objective today is to expand your understanding of yourself, the way you look at yourself, what you believe about yourself, what you avoid looking at within yourself are all under the conscious microscope today. I'm going to repeat that again. The way you look at yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you avoid looking at within yourself. I'm gonna like screenshot this. I should make a post about it, because those things are super important in order for us to really understand our self love, right? We're all learning to love ourselves more, but it's like, okay, what do you believe is what you become? You have limited your perspective of yourself based on trials and errors, parents, society, and perhaps media programming. But the enlightened perspective of yourself can only come from your heart's opinion and observations. Your relationship to yourself is based on certain beliefs you're subscribed to about yourself. Those beliefs may be outdated, false, immature, or extremely limited. In every mental conversation you hold with yourself today, you have to ask your heart and what you truly believe. Forget what your mind habitually spit out as an answer, right? Instead, put your left hand on your heart, look in the mirror, and ask yourself, if your heart believes this or that about yourself, and if not that belief, then what is the true belief? So ask yourself, is this true for me? That's a good question to ask, right? No sound. Do you guys hear that? Let me know if there's no sound. Um, what you believe about yourself. In each of your story today, explore other ways of looking at yourself in that portion of your life. Take a different perspective to see a different point of understanding. Yeah, different point of understanding. Let me know, can you guys can hear me? I think it's on. Search your feelings about what you believe your behavior to yourself should be day to day. Open up to new theories on what it means to treat yourself right. Okay, you can hear it. That's good. Maybe 3 to 8, Lori, you can maybe close the app and then you can open again. Or maybe the volume is off. You have to unmute that. It's if you're iPhone on the left hand side, so you can hear it. Search your feelings about what you believe your behavior to yourself should be day to day. Open up to new theories on what it means to treat yourself right. You're learning a better way to think of yourself. Over the last year, what has your self-dialogue become? Is it positive, loving, or critical? Definitely, I'm kinder. I'm more kinder. I'm more kind to myself. It's like, I mean, I had a lot of judgment about myself and others, but that part is there. But I just became kind to this judgment side of myself. Judgment is still there. How does your heart believe you should talk to yourself? Your goal today is to see your relationship to yourself from a new point of view. Try a new belief. It's a good idea to open up and try an approach to yourself today that you have never tried before. For instance, try to withhold any judgment of yourself until bedtime. So try to withhold any judgment of yourself until bedtime. So bedtime, it's about catching yourself, right? When you started to judge yourself and it's like, oh, why am I doing this again? It's like this any type of self-sabotaging thoughts. It's just catch it, hold it, hold that thought, or automatically forgive yourself for any mistakes you make through the day. So even when you judge yourself, it's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm good, I'm kind. If you want extra credit, try loving yourself unconditionally all day long. Just your attempt to try a different approach with yourself will result in a better understanding to your beliefs about yourself now. Enjoy the process. I'm trying a new approach with myself today. So what I'm learning, even yesterday was a huge learning lesson for me because it was very sensitive. And when I'm sensitive, it's obviously very uncomfortable. I started to use this phrase, being uncomfortable is also safe for me, so that my nervous system calms down. It's not on alert, right? It's like uncomfortable, beep, 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 beep. But it's like, okay, very uncomfortable right now, but I am still safe and I'm exactly where I need to be. And thank you for this, feelings, and for this, uncomfortable feeling or the grief and sadness just coming out. And it's almost makes me want to shrink, but it's like, I'm just like letting the emotions flow. What do you want me to do? I'm just gonna calm myself in fetal position for now, or I'm just gonna look at the sky and I just wonder. I am giving myself a grace and time to hold this grief, hold space for my grief, hold my sadness, and just observing my thought, observing my feelings. And some days you have to do that more than the other days. And some days you don't have to do that. Maybe today you don't have to do that much. It's kind of like starting with that step 0 4 days ago. It was a Scorpio boundary day. So you probably get frustrated in some area that you have less boundaries. You didn't have good boundaries over. And it's like, okay, this is what I want, I'm going to do. And the next day, I love day. It's about, okay, what do I love then? And yesterday, really feeling that boundaries, like the weak boundaries, like, oh, this happened. It's like emotion needs to come up, emotions are ready to dance, right? And I have that. Today is about, going through I love and I love, I feel. Because I love, because I feel, I believe. So I believe it's just like, it makes me feel very grounded. For some reason, it's like, I have faith. So I think if you're feeling like that, you're definitely feeling the energy of the day. But we are also still connected to our heart. So I'll say this again. The way you look at yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you avoid looking at within yourself. We all have a beliefs that are, good for our life, and maybe self-negating thoughts, all mixture made us who we are right now. And what we are doing is unwinding some of the patterns that are self-sabotaging And it's just like, okay, look at it. It's like, why do I have this belief about myself? Oh, because of what happened in in the past, or it's because of what happened here, because of the teacher who told me about this, those little things. But always remember, we have power to change that narrative if we don't want the life. And we are all un- unwinding those patterns of ourselves. Yeah. So let's quickly move ahead. And then I will pick a card. How you guys feeling? Thank you guys for being here every single day. Oh, if you're watching the recording, I really appreciate you guys. I'm mostly just showing up for myself and sharing and organizing my thought, but really helping me elevate and move forward because, all of the tools, like I love dancing, I love doing fashion maneuvers, and then sometimes meditation, and those things are great to release emotions, but pattern stays. Pattern stays. The pattern. And if you, it's kind of just like, let's say, um, if you just tackling the outside and the consequences, but if you don't go into the roots of the cause, then you will never fix yourself, never fix that core issue, right? So let's say like the house doesn't have a good platform, and then it's very unstable. We'll keep fixing the wall, but if you don't fix the core issue, then it's always gonna come back. And that's what it is. Like if you find yourself like, okay, maybe fashion maneuvers got me out of this first cage that I put myself in, and now I'm here, upgraded, but I find myself put the other cage, and because the pattern hasn't changed, that's when you really need to go deeper. And that's one of the reasons why I started this life. Like I really want to work on through this core belief about myself. What do I believe? There are part of me that I love myself. There are part of me that I hate about myself. And I condemn my past mistakes, and I am ashamed of myself, and I don't feel I am enough, and nobody loves me. All of that. It's like, no, it's time for me to reverse that. It's time for me to let that excessive thought go. So I'm feeling the energy going around the face, and as it's at the end of it, it's more about practice too, right? And you just have to do it, and you just have to, when you do it and you feel liberated, and you gain more confidence. Like, see, I did it, right? And yesterday, I went to this voguing class, and I am getting my flow back. I used to do this more, like voguing, which is like very much like from LGBTQ dance, but it's basically that self-empowering dance for me, tapping into femininity. It's like the soft side, but soft and fierce, and it's like, you just know you're fabulous, and I love that. I really love that. And I'm using this dance to really tap into my femininity because I want to open up my hips, and I just want to open, expand. Hi, Michelle. I think you're perfect. I appreciate it. So, what I noticed yesterday's class was a battle class. So I have a lot of hesitation towards doing the battle. I used to do that a lot more often a long time ago, but it's been a while. I just sort of like became a performer. I'm very comfortable executing the choreography that were set. Okay, another trait on me, but so it's easy for me to just do the choreography. The freestyle part is something that I'm always wanted to be good at, and let myself just go and get inspired by the music, but I also show up with my intention and create the storytelling. And that is basically dance, and that is basically our life, right? So, and then, but I've noticed in my blockages of not letting myself go and feeling just caught myself stuck in that. I'm thinking that, oh, I have this tension in my body or that, and that really, and then embarrassment, being shy, all of that, held me back from expressing myself in that area. And yesterday, I had to put myself in the battle mode, and that was not what I expected, but I had to do it. Also, we split ourselves into groups, so I had to battle for the team, right? I can't just hold myself and say, no, I can't do it. I just have to do it. So, and I honestly felt very liberating. And I'm also learning that our life have infinite possibilities, and then we get to explore infinite possibility within the structure. I understand the freedom within the structure, because if you're outside of the structure, it's all about expanding. But if you do something completely different, that's when you make a mess. That's when you be messy. I understand that. So, but once you limit yourself in a very with your intention, like, okay, now can you dance without your hands? There's so many ways you can dance without your hands, right? And now, okay, you can't do catwalk. Now you either, okay, you can use your hands, but you can't, you have to go on the floor, do things. Or, okay, no hands, no catwalk, now just do the floor work, all those things. So, and that's when you started to explore unlimited possibilities, and that's when you expand the possibilities. So, and I gone through that class yesterday, and I felt very liberated, and I felt freer. And then I started to freestyle afterwards, just as a practice. And what I felt was, okay, before me trying to be perfect for everything, and the perfection does not exist. And just thinking about what I had to go through in my learning lesson, like I found that I got resuscitated as a baby. I wasn't breathing, and then came alive. I'm a phoenix rising from the ashes. So I learned that it's like, wow, okay, I can really start applying this to my life. I'm a phoenix. I do make mistakes. Sometimes I make fool of myself, and but who cares? But also at the same time, like, what I know is that this is the truth. I am resilient. I'm a phoenix. I rose from the ashes, and in spite of many times that I must have been murdered in the past lives, I'm still here standing, and I'm still moving, and I'm still learning and trying to better myself every single day. And by doing that, it may not be perfect, but I enjoy some of the moment that flows as I'm moving and dancing. And, you know, and then continue, and I never give up. And that's what I call perfection and consistency. So when you do something, I posted about what consistent really looks like. It's not a consistent. It's not about this, like filling the full cup every day. But some days the cup is full, some days here, some days this and this. But consistency is showing up for yourself regardless of where you are every day. Even dance, that's one of the things that teacher said. Just do whatever, just follow your guidance and show up where you are. That's all you can do anyways. And but you continue because you believe and you have faith, right? So some days it's so hard to believe. Today is a great day to believe. It's easier for you, easier for us. So yeah, it's the consistency, holding faith, hold the faith, hold on to the faith, and never give up. But not coming from this like, I will never give up. It's just coming from that solid foundation of core belief that we're here to learn, and we are unconditionally, radically safe, blessed, protected, and loved. And we're okay. That's a very powerful place to be. I am becoming what I just said. And I'm excited when I think about it, that I'm, like every day goes like this, but okay, somehow I'm moving forward. So finish with the card of the day. I tap 3 times. Ask for help. It doesn't make you weak. You were not designed to do it all alone, so ask for help. You don't have to pretend you've got your shit together all the time. Asking is the first step in manifesting, so I'm not sure why we get all weird about feeling weak. Just as you are here by design, so is everyone else, and we are all contributing to the whole of existence. Asking others for help allows them the opportunity to contribute their natural born gifts. The only mistake you can make is not asking for help. You may not even know where or even how the help will arrive when you ask. Just trust when you make a clear call to the universe. You'll be guided to the perfect person, information, or opportunity to help support you along your journey. There's no request too big or too small. You can ask for anything. Yeah. Also, let's also accept the fact that you have your intention and desire, and sometimes it doesn't work the way you desire. And it's just like tell yourself it's not about no, it's about not yet, not this time, right? And when the spirit says or something came about, and it's like okay, it's okay, you know. But my intention is there. My heart is still there. It means something. But I'm also stop depending on my happiness or financial, I don't know, anything. Don't rely on others, relying on yourself, right? And we are changing the core belief, the core pattern of who we are right now, so that we can navigate through this life so much better before we hold on to this rigid belief about something that really hold us back from, doing something or manifest something. But it's like, no, that's not me. I'm living like this and living like that. So yeah, I can really believe it today. The energy of the day. Yesterday was it was different. So the contrast that I have is so different. But I'm noticing we have so many aspects of ourselves, Some days I'm an emotional mess. Some days I'm very like, okay, I believe in myself. And some days like, ah. And we are learning every day. And in this Libra season, it's all about relationship with yourself. Because when your relationship with yourself is solid, flexible, adaptive, and loving, caring, and the outside, it needs to show the reflection of us. So you don't have to focus on anything else, right? You just have to focus on yourself and the relationship to yourself. So let's finish with that words for the day. The way you look at yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you avoid looking at within yourself. That's the thought pattern, thought. And then body, I love doing the fascia maneuvers. So let's do anti-gravity. Use your palm, place it, squeeze your head, and twist the skin right side forward and left side backwards. And then start moving around. Pressure. Thank you, mind and brain, for working so hard. But I learned to just relaxes you. There's nothing that should be rigid. I am learning to flow, and I really appreciate this protection. But I don't need this protection. What I need is the fluidity. What I need is a flow. So, well, let's work on the jaw. 3 fingers, right side forward, left side backwards. On the TMJ area. We're all learning. We're all learning. I just got adjustment. It's about breaking the pattern, breaking the old pattern every single day. And the body has memory, so likes to go back to the old pattern, right? Use these fingers, moving forward. So you just have to remind yourself. You can't just work on that thought. You can't just work on the body. You gotta be both. You gotta be both. Let me tell you, you gotta be both. You can be an amazing dancer, but you could have a destructive personality. I'm seeing in so many. You could be so spiritual, but you could have so many diagnoses. I've seen it all. Okay, let's actually, yeah, thumb, ear, twist the skin, flag your ear, twist the skin right side forward and left side backward. So every day, moving the energy, breaking the pattern. Once you underneath your ear, 3 fingers, pressure in and breathe. This really gets me. I like adding some like shaking, rocking sensation and slide my fingers slowly to the back. There's no right or wrong. Fascia likes to move slow. Fascia likes to twist. Fascia likes to feel safe. Oh, my energy drop. Like neck is very powerful. This is where we carry a lot of things too, right? In the hips. Like majorly, normally the neck, shoulders, and hips, and those are the big part. And then everything else is a result of result of the tension, right? So, anyways, that concludes the live today. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Let's come back to our heart and our brain. Thank you, body. Thank you, heart. I'm decided to love myself. So, hello, brain. Let's just finish with affirmation. So, right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Yes, thank you so much. Hello, brain. Thank you for protecting me. I no longer need this protection in my body because I understand I am forever safe and protected and by the universe. So whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. I catch myself when I'm in fear, easily catch myself and I tell myself, oh, I am safe. I am in fact safe and protected. All is well, right? And when I calm my nervous system down, I can really see the next logical action that I should take. And that's when the intuition comes. So all I need to do is take away this, not get rid of, but just just turn off this defense mechanism. And I know myself that I know that I'm safe. And then, okay, what's next? And hello, heart. Thank you for being the conductor of all my voices that coming in. And I trust your decisions. And whatever you make, it's always right. Whatever it seems at first, right? So I trust this, and I am going to lead with my heart as always. And I learn to be humble, but I'm also learn to be very confident. The real confidence comes from the real humbleness about ourselves, right? We are here to learn, and the learning is so joyful. And yeah, life is all about the balance of, you know, giving and receiving, and know that everything is on the right track. And what we want is here. What we want is right here, right now. And just tap into that. Today it's the powerful day, perfect day to believe in ourselves. So this is what I like to embody. My heart, my feelings work together and becomes the belief. With your mouth, 2, 3, your nose, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Anis Soken. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.